campers, while it's fresh in my mind because I have another video rendering right now that'll be up on my other channel, which is a product review, I wanted to talk about installing a RV vent fan in your RV bathroom, camper bathroom. I just had to do that a couple of weeks ago because my OEM gave up the ghost, original equipment manufacturer. That's the little tiny 6-inch fan that came with the crappy camper. I bought a vent-tastic, a 12-inch, pulls a lot of air. And I just want to talk about some installation tips. First things first, when you open your product, right out of the box, go get a 9-volt battery and put the wires on the post and make sure the fan turns. 9 volts is enough to get the 12-volt motor moving. You want to make sure that thing works before you even try to install it. 9-volt battery, very important. Also, test it along the way. Once you do your wiring, before you wrap it all up, test it. Make sure you got the wires on correctly. If you get your wires reversed, the fan still spins. It just spins in the opposite direction. And you'll end up pulling air down instead of pulling air out of the camper. That's important. Test it along the way. And do a final test after it's all installed. What do you need to install the fan? Well, you're going to need a screwdriver, and probably a power screwdriver, because there are at least 20 screws in the existing fan on the roof. You're going to need some wire strippers and crimpers to do wiring, electrical tape to wrap up those splices. You're going to need a knife, probably a very large, heavy blade, to cut away the old die core and get the old fan out. And you possibly will need some sort of saw, maybe like a jigsaw. In my case, I had to square off the rounded corners that were in on my opening so that the new fan would fit in place. That makes a huge mess. So you have to clean all that up when you're done. Also, if you haven't watched my video on ladder safety, please go watch it before you get on the ladder and get up on top of your camper. I know a lot of you have ladders built into the rear or sides of your RVs and you get those high-end things. I do not. I have to use an extension ladder to get on mine, so I did make this video here about ladder safety. Please be safe up there on the roof. The last thing you're going to need is die core. You can get that at any RV shop or on Amazon, and a caulking gun for the die core. You're going to put that in a caulking gun and squirt it down, and then use a putty knife. Putty knife you'll need to spread that out. Get it nice and thick, smooth it out, make it try to make it look good, but put plenty of it on there, because the last thing you want it to do is leak. And once it's all installed and the die core is dried for a couple of days, maybe a week, get a hose and get up there and spray that thing down, put tons of water on it, simulate a huge rainstorm, and then go inside and check. Make sure you have no leaks. Now, you can't really tell if you have leaks on the inside, but if it's coming through around your gasket and through the plastic flange, that's a really, really bad sign. Water and moisture will destroy your camper faster than anything else, so put plenty of die core up there. 1 tube should be enough to get it all nice and watertight and nice thick die core base up there. Well, that's about it. Doing the installation was a lot of time. It took me a couple of hours, maybe 3, because I did have to go up and down and up and down and in and out and in and out. I wanted to do a how-to video while I did the installation, but there's 2 problems with that. One, I'm working on a roof, and not the safest thing in the world, and you need to pay attention to what you're doing. And splitting your attention between doing the job at hand and trying to make sure your camera's got things in shot and focus, not the safest situation in the world. 2, it started to rain on me, and that's the last thing you might need. In my case, I had to go get a tarp, because as soon as I got the old fan out of the way, the rain started, and I had to cover things up with a tarp. Thank God it wasn't very heavy rain, and it ended very quickly. Well, those are some things to think about when working on your camper, specifically doing an RV fan installation in the bathroom or wherever your fan is. Y'all camp happy and stay safe.